Get my 6. And that's what we're going to do right now, even though it's almost 90 degrees out here, because I wanted to go live yesterday evening, and we had this massive thunderstorm come through, put the power out. Wow, I just saw something beautiful. Getting sidetracked. Again, my OCD is conking me in the head. Quote from Eminem. So this is the first, I'm going to share this with you. This is the first time I've noticed this. And I noticed these daily changes. Let me point this out. Look at this. Look at this beautiful crepe myrtle. We planted this last year. These are the first blooms. Aren't they pretty? Beautiful. All right, now keep getting my 6. Watch for anything you see. Daryl, our Bigfoot Sasquatch Daryl, is not happy. And so I'm speaking to Daryl here, okay? Maybe you can relate to Daryl. I think we've got some folks here that can relate to Daryl. I'm going to tell you not just why Daryl is not happy, because I honestly don't know if I can answer that question, but I'm going to tell you something I believe Daryl can do about his unhappiness, or hers. Remember, Daryl Hannah was a woman, or theirs or its or whatever. Keep watching. You know, I'm recording in higher definition these days, and I'm trying to move slower so that we don't miss things. But there was something else I saw over here. Excuse me. Some people have pointed out lately that I've sounded kind of clogged up, and there's something every July that grows in my meadow up here that just I have a reaction to. When I was out here early this morning, getting ready to go cycling, I saw some more flowers. They weren't here yesterday. I just want to share them with you. Don't worry, we're getting to the unhappy Daryls. Yeah, but we've got thunderstorms coming in again this afternoon, and I don't think I'm going to be able to go live because it's probably going to knock the power off again. Which, though, is proof that at times we truly do live off the grid. It's getting harder to live off the grid these days, not because of laws or restrictions, but because of the competency of the utility companies. We're on a co-op, Central Virginia Electric Co-op, and these guys are so good. When the power goes out, it's just, you know, in less than an hour it's going to be back up. It doesn't matter if it's the middle of winter, in the middle of the night. We've seen it here. But look at these flowers. So these guys are out there working hard in this heat. If any of them are watching this video, I want them to know that I appreciate them. Isn't this beautiful? These are all over the meadow, and down here is one of our native milkweed blooms. There's a little butterfly on it. Let me give you a close-up. Well, we scared the butterfly, but there's the milkweed. It's coming out everywhere. All right. I'm going to start heading up to the campground, try to get in some shade. I'm going to walk backwards so you can get my 6. Because here's what's going on. Yeah, we had a live stream the other night, and it was so much fun, and we had all these people show up, and they were supportive, they were positive, and I get to doing that. I'll tell my beautiful bride Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, hey, I'm going to live stream for about half an hour, but we have so much fun. It always goes for more than an hour. Something huge just jumped out of the top of that tree, and we caught that on camera. OMG. I am not going to stop filming. My God. You guys saw that. I caught that on video. This was going to be a discussion about unhappy people. You know how hard it is to try to walk fast backwards so you get everything on film? When it's 90 degrees in Virginia in the summer, especially after you've already mountain biked 8 miles and lifted weights. I'm gonna slow down. You know what, guys? I'm gonna flip the phone and go up here quietly and see what in the heck that was. I'll talk about miserable people some other time. I think we've got a case right here. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. When I was showing you guys stuff, go back, rewind, look and see if you saw that large dark figure in this freaking tree. And when I started walking up here backwards, it appeared to jump out of the tree, and it might have broken the freaking limb it was sitting on. All right, my gosh, you talk about timing. All right, so here's my point about miserable people. We get all these comments. Oh, your show's boring. I used to like it when you grew peas and corn, but now it's all this stupid Bigfoot Sasquatch stuff. Unsubscribe. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna have to tell you this story some other time. It's actually a good story worth hearing. I need to be quiet now to see what we can or cannot see. I hear something in there. You hear those knocks? It was up here. There's a reply knock. Okay, guys, what's creepy is not what I'm seeing, but what I'm not seeing. There is no limb. There is no broken limb. Here's the tree where something large and dark jumped from a limb to the ground, and there is no limb on the ground. My God. Oh my heavens. What did we just see? Get my 6. I don't know what just happened, but we caught that on camera. It was from a distance. So I'm going to continue with my story because I want to stay here in the woods and see what we may or may not see behind me. So keep getting my 6. Keep looking, keep listening. I'm going to tell you right now, if anything comes running in my direction from over there, I might get up and run away. I don't know. It's a lot of activity in here. We're not giving up. I've just changed locations. Look, I might be stupid, but I'm not dumb. Or however that goes. I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid. You know what I mean, though. Let me give you the lay of the land here. I'm at the tippy top of my hill. I see my house. got a straight shot for it, and it's straight downhill. Here's the campground. That's a tar plant on the wood pile. I covered some wood yesterday before it rained, just in case if I wanted to come up and have a campfire, which I planned to do with the live stream, but that just never happened. I don't know if you heard that or not, but there's something walking in those woods over there. But I'm here because if anything comes charging out of there, it's got to run uphill to get me. I can run downhill to the house, and I think I can run downhill faster than it can run uphill. I hope. That's a theory I came up with last October when I ran a 5K, first one in 15 years, and I got beat by all those 60-year-old women and 20-year-old college girls who've both groups of which have gotten so much faster in the last 15 years than they were 15 years ago. But I always figured if I could race them downhill, get my big old Twinkie belly going with gravity pulling it, I might be able to beat them. So that's kind of what I'm banking on here. If some ginormous bipedal creature comes out of here, I'm there. So anyway, here's my story. And I'm sweating profusely, as you can see. It is hot, it's humid. So here's a story about a construction crew. There's a foreman, and he came up to the owner of the construction company because the construction company owner had just bought every member of the crew new tool belts. He had some extra profits, and he liked to reinvest those profits not just into his business but into his people, because he was a good, responsible capitalist, and he realized that it was the people that generated the profits, not so much the products. So he bought all of his guys and the women that worked for him brand new tool belts. They could hold more tools, they were more efficient to use, they were just set up more properly. So the foreman comes up the next day to the construction company owner. He says, Daryl doesn't like the new tool belts. He says he doesn't like the way they sit on his hips. They're irritating him, rubbing his skin. And Daryl just hates these tool belts, hates the new tool belts. I heard those footsteps again, and they sounded closer, and it sounds like he, she, it, or they is actually coming up the hill inside the tree line. Almost as if they're trying to flank us or sneak up on us, so that when they do get up here, I might not have the ability to outrun them by going downhill. So the construction company owner tells the foreman, well, you just tell Daryl to go back to wearing the old belt. So he does. So they have another good month, and profits surge again. So the owner of the construction company, he goes out and he buys everybody new hammers, brand new hammers. So the foreman comes to the owner the next day and says, well, boss, everybody loves the new hammers except Daryl. Daryl said the old hammers were so much better. He's just not happy with these new hammers. So the owner says, okay, you go ahead and you tell Daryl to use the old hammer. He's use the old hammer if he likes that one better. You know what? Two can play at this game. And I'm not getting closer to the house. I don't feel threatened. But every time I go down into that one area, it's like if I get too close back there, he, she, it, or they, it's like they're sending a message, hey, that's far enough. But if they're creeping over here to this side of whatever line they have back there, where those X's and stuff are, I'm perfectly comfortable over here. So let's get closer. So the construction company has another booming month. Profits go up again. So the owner goes out and he buys whatever it is. You know where we're going with this. He buys everybody a new something. He's reinvesting the money into the business with all these new tools and equipment, and also into the people, because he's given his people who are the root source of the profits, not the products. It's the people. It's giving them more efficient, better, higher quality tools to work with. Guys, something moved that way. Something creeped up on us all the way to the top of the hill in the wood line, but now it just retreated. There's the knock. Oh my heavens. I gotta flip the phone and zoom. What is that? Keep your eye on it. See if it gets closer. I will not look at it through the phone. Get my 6. I'm keeping my eyes on the back door of my house. So anyway, new equipment, blah, blah, blah. Foreman comes up to the boss. Daryl's not happy with this or that. And the owner says, you know what? Daryl's just not happy. Sounded like a grunt. But that's the point of the story, okay? It wasn't the equipment. It never was. It wasn't that it was different. It wasn't that it was designed differently or even that it was new. It's that people who are not happy are simply not happy. It has nothing to do with different content on a YouTube channel that used to be good. Nope. So, what's the cure? Well, if there was a cure, everybody would be happy, right? Wrong. Because here's the deal. Heard another knock or a growl. You cannot help people who do not want to be helped. And I learned years ago, don't try. That doesn't mean I don't make an attempt. I'll make maybe an attempt. But once I know that these people don't want to be helped, sometimes the form of help people want is simply someone they can gripe and complain to because they like to gripe and complain. I don't know what that was. I'll tell you what works for me, because I was that person for many years that just didn't want to be happy. I wanted to gripe and complain. I finally had enough. I'd gotten sick and tired of being sick and tired. So instead of looking for all things bad around me, I started looking for the first flower of the crepe myrtle for the season. I started looking for and being excited about the first morning in late July when that beautiful orange milkweed and those beautiful purple flowers popped open. I stopped looking at all the bad things in life and started looking at all the good things in life. One of the ways I do that is twice a day I go somewhere by myself, somewhere here. You know, if you don't live at a place like this, there's got to be somewhere, a park, some public trails you can walk in. There's a forest somewhere where you can just go sit. Take your cell phone for safety purposes, sure, but leave it off while you're out there. Just sit. Just be with yourself. Look around. Notice the beautiful trees. Notice how green it is in summer and how it's just so unbelievable that in the winter it looks dead, but you know it's not. Go out there in the winter too and see the things you can't see in the summer because the leaves aren't blocking it all. Look at the ridge lines. Look at the different mountains that are hidden in the summer from the trees in front of you. But you can only do this if you want to. Now that choice is yours. It has nothing to do with anyone else. It has nothing to do with me, and it has nothing to do with the fact that we don't make videos about corn and green beans on here anymore. It's all you. But I'll warn you about this. when you pick that patch of woods to go sit in and be with yourself and look at the beauty, make sure you're also getting your 6.